I'm Andy Steuer. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Composer. Composer is an AI content marketing platform where we help our clients tell their brand story, communicate with your customers, and do it for a whole lot less than you could do it for about a year ago. So I'm going to walk you through how to use AI effectively in your messaging and how you target the right audience. Before I get started, does anybody have any questions that they want to ask? I want to make this an interactive session where it's a lunch and learn, or it's a kind of interactive workshop here. So any questions about SEO or AI before we get started? Nope. Okay. All right, cool. All right, well, let's get started. So here's what we're going to do. On today's call, we are going to do a little keyword research. I'm going to show you how that works. And then we are going to jump into creating some content. So one of our lucky attendees here will be the beneficiary of getting some content created for their website. So with that in mind, if you can, in the chat, go ahead and enter in your URL, and we'll just do a live kind of demonstration as to how we create content, we do keyword research, and we create messaging that resonates with your audience. All right, Victor, thank you for that. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my screen, and we are going to look at a tool called Ahrefs. Ahrefs is a search marketing tool that marketing people use. And Victor, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through how I would look at your website as an SEO person would, and give you some ideas and tips as to what I'm looking at and how you can take steps to create content that's going to be useful for your audience. First thing is, let's take a look at your website. Okay, so drone aerial photography, wonderful. Better known business, excellent. Okay, comprehensive suite of services, including high resolution aerial photography, precise mapping. Excellent. Okay, cool. Great business. Very cool business, by the way. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to take a look at what's going on here in Ahrefs. What we're looking at is, and I'll just make an assumption, it looks like a fairly new website, primarily because you started ranking in October 2023 and really kind of like in December of 2023. So towards the end of last year, beginning of this year. And then what we're going to do is we're going to look at the organic keywords you may be ranking for here. We've got, a handful of keywords that, hey, you're already ranking for these keywords, pretty good. Here's what we're looking at. These are the keywords that you're ranking for currently. This is the search volume of those keywords each month. This is called the keyword difficulty, the KD. KD is a logarithmic scale between 1 and 100, 100 being super hard, like email is 100. And, anything between 0 and say 10 is very attainable. Anything from 0 to 30 is within the range of being able to rank for. And this is currently the position that you're in for those keywords. So you're starting to rank for these keywords, but you're not on page 1 yet for any of them. Oh, you're on page 1 for this one here, drone view. So the question is, okay, so how do I get more traffic? And what we're going to do is we are going to take a look at a few things here. One is we are going to say aerial photography. Let's look at that. We are going to look at drone photography, aerial photography. So we're going to go look at our keyword explorer here, and we will say drone photography. And we will come up with several keywords, and we will also look at aerial photography. And it will come up with more keywords here. So that gives us a bunch of keywords to look at. And now you can see, some of the search volume here is higher, some is lower. So, what we want to do is we want to look at keywords that meet 3 criteria. The 3 criteria are, does that keyword have a purchase intent? Is that person looking for a solution? That's one important criteria. The other is, does it have a KD, a keyword difficulty of 30 or under? Is it attainable? And the other criteria is there enough search volume? Is it worth spending my time creating content for that keyword so that when I do rank on it, will I get enough traffic from it and ultimately a return on my investment? So here we are. We've got, best drones for photography, probably not like the type of keyword that you're looking for. Aerial drone photography, good keyword, 350 searches a month. That's a good, decent amount. And I would say that's probably in the, 200 is probably the minimum of what we're looking for in search volume. So, aerial photography services, boom, right on point. So that's a great one. It's got 200 searches a month. It's got a higher D. So that's maybe, a little bit more competitive, but drone photography business is a 4. So you can kind of see, like, when we get into it, there are nuances and differences of what we want to focus on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand our reach here, and I'm going to look at related terms. And the related terms is going to really just open up the funnel, that much more. Wow, look at this. Okay, so like DJI, for example, 276,000 searches a month. We're not going to compete for that brand name. There's no point in that. It's not our focus. But what we can do is we can look at a search volume of 200 as a minimum. We can look at a KD of a max of 30, and that will help filter our keywords here a little bit. And so from here,
If I
now,
could interject, Andy, I just wanted to add, I happen to see drone photography for real estate is a 9 KD with 250 monthly searches.
that's great. So that's an awesome keyword to go for. So this is kind of the process that we go through as we start to kind of put our short list together. We don't want to create hundreds of keywords. That's not our objective here. Our objective is to pick a few topics and keywords that are relevant to your business so that we can focus on those, and then we're going to write content for them. So start with a broad kind of category like drone photography for real estate. It's a good category. There's probably lots of other search terms that spin off of that search term alone. So we can start to look at some of these keywords. So drone photography for real estate, for example. So let's go back to our keyword research and do drone photography for real estate. And this will come up with not only that keyword, but several others. Let's take a look at that. And like Andrew said, here we go with several keywords that that are possibly better search terms, and then what we can do is expand the search from there. So you kind of get the idea of real estate drone photography. It's KD of 9,000 searches a month. It's a good one. Drone photographer, KD of 11 and 600 searches a month. Another good one. KD, these are great keywords here. This is our search volume. And then we pick our short list of keywords that we want to get. And we start to build that list. And we do all this with AI. So this is one tool that you can use. This is a paid tool. We'll show you how you do this with Composer here. So I'm going to pass it over to my colleague, Andrew, who's going to walk you through how we then take this idea and we use Composer to be able to write some content that is useful for you. So Andrew, take it away.
Good day, everybody. Appreciate your time. My name's Andrew Lippman. I'm a partner manager here at Composer. Andy's showing you how we go about research. We preach intentionality in content, meaning it's 2024. There's a lot of noise to cut through. The job of your content is to educate Google as to who they should be sending to your website, the most focused eyes possible, and to engage and educate them when they get there. So the more we know about your business and about your ideal customer profile, the easier it is to connect the dots and create that connective tissue in between. We have to know what your potential clients are asking Google every day, and we have to answer those questions in a timely manner. So Victor, if you wouldn't mind unmuting, since I have provisioned Drone View Insights in Composer, we're going to run a quick demo for you here and ask you a few questions. You with me?
Yes, sir.
Great, pleasure to meet you. So again,
Likewise.
the more we know about both ends of the equation, the easier it is to connect the dots in between. So the first thing we do is we take a look at your website, and please just confirm that that is in fact the proper URL.
That is correct.
Great. So Composer will begin to compile a synopsis of your business, your products and services, and your ideal customer profile. This is a critical step for us. Again, when we preach intentionality, we have to know what we're trying to accomplish and who we're trying to reach. So please take a quick second, look through this synopsis and let me know how we did at this step. And again, just to add another detail, if this is what our system is gleaning from your website, this is what Google is seeing when they crawl your website as well. So it's an important step to not only educate Composer to get the job done, but also make you aware of how your messaging is coming across to Google in the grand scheme as they crawl the web.
Okay. I mean, it looks pretty good from here.
Great, thank you. And again, if we're given the honor of engaging, we can train Composer on your company's pre-existing content. The more we have access to, the better. It helps us capture your brand voice and get the job done very quickly. So as soon as I click new article, Composer begins to compile topic clusters and subjects it deems as critical to connect you with your ideal customer profile. So it's looking for where there is some robust search traffic to go after, where the competitive nature of the keywords is relatively lower, again, meaning that traffic is achievable. We don't want to go after the white whales in content day one. We've got to get some traction with Google and start going after the accessible traffic. So for instance, under drone inspection benefits, there are 36 subtopics there alone. There is never a lack of subjects to write about these days. So please take a peek around the page, Victor, and let's pick a strong subject to start a piece of content with. Excuse me.
I'd say, I mean, between two of the most important ones would be something like aerial mapping and drone inspections.
Okay, and are you seeing that on this page, aerial mapping? So
Mm.
drone surveying techniques or precision architectural drones or aerial mapping software? Here, let's look at the subtopics here. Take a quick peek and let's pick a strong one.
All right, so let's see. Aerial mapping for business. I mean,
Great.
generally...
My eyes had just gone to that one as well. So again, we are not limited to blog content. That's simply what most companies are looking for to move the dial in SEO today. And we do preach blogs strongly because it is a linear path to educating Google. Blogs are now the largest segment of top 5 Google results at the moment, more than 20%. But we're comfortable with all sorts of content, how-tos, ultimate guides, op-eds, etc. So for the demonstration, let's go ahead with a blog post. And Composer will begin with 5 potential headlines. Let's see if one of them grabs you. How aerial mapping transforms business insight. Dive into the future, aerial mapping for modern businesses. Unlock business innovation with high-resolution aerial mapping. The hidden benefits of aerial mapping for your business. Or see the bigger picture, aerial mapping unleashed. And we can continue to regenerate till one grabs us, or we can lead Composer by crafting a custom headline. What do you think, Victor?
Let's say the hidden benefits of aerial mapping for your business.
Great. So at this stage, we have to define what's our angle of approach to this piece of content. Are we going to explore how aerial mapping enhances efficiency and decision-making in various industries? Detail the cost-saving opportunities aerial mapping brings to real estate and construction? Or analyze the precision and data accuracy aerial mapping offers for agricultural optimization?
I'd say the second one, detail the cost saving opportunities.
Great. So now Composer will begin with an outline. And again, the first thing we do when we engage is train Composer so it knows it's focusing on your business, but we can lead the horse to water, as it were, in just a moment. So let's take a look at our outline. Aerial mapping, a game changer for real estate and construction, enhancing site surveys and planning, reducing time and labor costs, boosting accuracy and minimizing errors, optimizing resource allocation, and future prospects of aerial mapping in business. So we can go ahead and say something like promote. Now, is it drone view written that way without a space?
Yes, sir.
Great. Drone view insights as a leader in the industry. So now Composer, and we hit revise, Composer knows it's focusing this article on your business, and we can get to the next step. And again, The next step relates to shaping the voice and tone of this article, who's writing it. And until we engage and can capture your style guide, we have to tell Composer, how are we going to write this article? Who's it coming from? Is it coming from an SEO specialist or a technologist, financial analyst, entrepreneur, marketing manager, or lifestyle luminary?
I don't know. I'm kind of partial to the technologist.
Well, there it is then. If that's closest to your heart, then maybe we'll capture your tone in this piece of content today. So this will begin to render in real time, and I'll describe how we engage and deliver. So the first thing we do is assign a content strategist to your business. They become your account manager and main point of contact. They bring a researcher to the table with them so we can dig into your business and your space and your market and your competitors so we understand the playing field. You get monthly strategy meetings so we stay on top of topic clusters and keywords and what we're going to publish. We publish directly to your blog and promote through your social media channels upon approval of content. So it's a very efficient process. 3 contextually relevant images included in every post, as you can see. There is no long-term commitment, and we guarantee your happiness with the content. Again, this is human assisted. So we're here on the front end to craft a strategy and execute, and we're here on the tail end to make sure that the content is accurate and timely and properly captures your brand voice and represents you properly. And I am going to pass the baton back to Andy.
So what I would like to do is encourage everybody to schedule a one-on-one call with Andrew. Anna just dropped in the chat there, Andrew's calendar. And what you can do is schedule a one-on-one call with him, and we'll do a deep dive on your business. We'll come up with keywords that are relevant for you, and we'll create a free piece of content for you as well. You know, we'd love to work with you, love to help you grow your business and communicate with your customers. You know, most important thing that you can do on your website is to create useful content, and that helps to drive engagement. Think of it as your salesperson, your connective tissue between you and your prospects who come by your website. So having useful content up there that asks the questions that they're wondering and that they are answered in that moment, it's a huge deal. It builds trust with that prospect in the moment. And they say, you know what, you guys know what you're doing. I want to work with you. So having a regular cadence of publishing fresh content to your website is really important. We live in a world now where we are all publishers. If you're not publishing content to your website, you basically don't exist on the internet. So you got to produce some content, whether it's with us or whether it's you writing the content yourself. You know, these are the kinds of questions. So I'll take any questions that you might have. I'll open it up for any questions here. What AI tools are you using? So we use, we obviously use Composer. Composer is an AI tool. We are not bot stacking, although you can do that. That's certainly a technique. We use all of the LLMs in other ways that we use AI. So OpenAI, meaning ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, you know, these are all great tools to be able to use. They all have different kinds of expertise and different areas of focus. We found that the way that we're using the LLMs underneath Composer is a blend of all of these different AI tools, and that's why we're able to get such a unique output. We spend a lot of time creating content that sounds like a human. If you try going to ChatGPT and you ask it to write you a blog post, you'll see what I mean when you compare that kind of content to the content that Composer creates. All righty, everybody. Well, please schedule time with Andrew. We'd love to meet with you and do a deep dive on your business. We look forward to hopefully working with you all. And if you have any questions, just feel free to fire away in the Alignable community. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful Friday and a great weekend.
You're
Take care.
welcome.
Thank you very much. You too.
Bye-bye.